There is an awareness that exists beyond your personal awareness. It's not smarter in the way you think of smart. It's older, quieter, infinitely patient. It's not rushing. It's not anxious. It doesn't need to prove anything. And that awareness is not outside of you. That's the part people miss. They keep looking up, out, or away when the doorway has always been in. Now, when a human being begins to touch that inner awareness, really touch it, something strange happens. Their wants begin to change. Their cravings soften. The things they thought they needed don't scream as loudly anymore. And suddenly, without forcing it, their life begins to align. Not because they planned it better, but because they're listening better. And this raises the real question, doesn't it? Why are you here? I mean, really, why are you here? Why is there a planet spinning in perfect balance, filled with oceans, trees, insects, birds, and galaxies? And then a human being shows up, works, worries, ages, and disappears? Does that make sense? Is that the whole story? Or is that just what happens when no one tells you how to ask the right questions? Look around you right now. Go ahead. Everything you see has a purpose. The chair knows what it's for. The floor knows what it's for. Even the smallest screw in a lamp has a job, and it does it faithfully. Yet the most complex, miraculous organism we know, the human being, walks around saying, I don't know why I'm here. That's not a failure of the human. That's a failure of instruction. You were not born with a purpose stamped on you like a serial number. You were born with raw material, and purpose is something that is created. It's formed when consciousness meets experience, when awareness meets curiosity, when you finally stop asking, what am I supposed to do? And start asking, what am I capable of becoming? And here's the part that upsets people. No institution can give this to you. Not a church, not a school, not a book, not a system. Because the knowledge you're looking for is not external information. It's internal recognition. That's why every teacher eventually points inward. And what does it cost you to go inward? Nothing. Who do you have to impress? No one. Where do you have to go? Nowhere. You can sit in silence anywhere, on your bed, in your car, in the middle of chaos, and enter into yourself. And yet, for most people, this is the hardest thing they will ever attempt, because society has trained you to avoid yourself. You must be busy. You must be entertained. You must be reacting. You must be comparing. And the moment you're alone with yourself, no noise, no distraction, you start to feel uncomfortable. Not because something is wrong, but because something honest is about to surface. And people will do anything to avoid that moment. They'll scroll, they'll talk, they'll leave, they'll say, I don't know where I'm going. But what they really mean is, I don't want to sit long enough to find out. And then they wonder why they feel disconnected, why relationships feel hollow, why life feels like effort instead of expression. You cannot avoid yourself and expect clarity. You cannot abandon your inner world and expect meaning. The world tells you to find a hero, but the work is to find awareness. And once you do, once you actually enter in, life doesn't get louder, it gets clearer.